Hey everybody, Dave here. Hope you're having an awesome day. So I was working on this Homer Simpson build, and I've got a really fun idea for this. When I went to Japan, I saw some Japanese monsters, and so I've got a cool idea for this. And I was building out a kimono, and I'm using Magic Sculpt. It's a two-part epoxy, and it ran out. So I went on Amazon. I was like, I'm going to order some more, and then I found this cheaper two-part epoxy. I thought, well, it's $10 or $12 cheaper. Why not? And man, it has kicked my tail. I am struggling with it so bad. So I went ahead and ordered some Magic Sculpt, but it won't be here until next week. And I want to get this video out, and I'm like, ah. So I thought, you know what? Let's put this aside and let's do this guy for this week. This is a wrestler. If you know who it is, let me know in the comments because I don't know. I found him at Goodwill. He was missing a head. And you can see there's a post in there. That post actually came from this little Boba Fett toy that I found at a yard sale or something. And so about 6 months ago, I was just dorking around just for fun. And I broke apart the body, put the peg in so I could put the Boba Fett helmet on him. And I think it's awesome. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I could do a really cool Boba Fett paint job on this wrestler and still get a fun little build out, even though I made a rookie mistake and went cheap. So, come on, let's go paint this thing. Boys. Who's ready to be painted? Woo, I am! All right, first things first, I need to do is mask this all off. I'll start by masking off the chest, and then I'm going to mask off the biceps because I want to leave the forearms exposed because I want to paint the gauntlets that he would normally wear. So once I get this masked, you can see the forearms are exposed. That's going to be perfect. Now, for the legs, when I prime this, it's got these little rubber knee pads and they do move up and down. So I'm going to prime it, let it dry, slide it up, prime it, let it dry, slide it down. That way I get full coverage over the whole leg. So that will be nice and clean. I primed it with a white primer, and then I'm going to spray this gray. I ended up spraying it, but it was a little too light, so I went ahead and went back out. And to be honest, this primer here, the automotive primer, ended up being like a nicer and closer gray to the pants. Now, unmasking is always kind of like a little treat for a maker, just to see how clean your masking was. I think the forearm paint there is going to be really nice. I'll just kind of cover that up, but I think we're looking good so far. I'm going to start with the Citadel paint, and I'm going to paint the knee pads, because on the original Boba Fett, he's got these yellow knee pads. So I'm trying to match the original Boba Fett as close as I can. So I'm using this green to paint this cod piece, and originally I was thinking, okay, I'll just paint kind of the one little panel because the legs move. And as I was working on that, I thought, yikes, that's super weird, and I don't like it. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll paint out like a little triangle metal plate shape, which is kind of what he has, but I just didn't know where to go with this. So I'm going to put that aside, pull out the red here, and I'll paint out the belt. And then once I get the belt, I'll paint it up. I'll work on the gauntlets. Now, there's red gauntlets, green gauntlets. I kind of went back and forth, but I went ahead with the red ones because I thought that worked for what I'm doing here. Okay, now the gloves, they do have some green that runs up the side on the top and bottom, and there's a little gray strip running across the top of the hand. So I thought this will help kind of tie it in. Again, not going for movie accurate, but I think that'll work. Now, I'm looking at this and I was thinking, well, instead of just doing the piece here, maybe I can carry like his little wrestler underoos, I don't know what they'd call them, shorts. Maybe I could carry it all the way around the side of the leg and across the back, across his rump, and it'll look more like kind of wrestler shorts. And I feel like overall that is going to make it look a whole lot nicer and a little bit more cohesive. So I'm just kind of doing some final cleanup. I'll have to do a couple coats on there. For the boots, clearly the boots are bigger than Boba Fett's boots would be, so I'm looking at the color schemes and I'm thinking 3 shades of gray. So I'm thinking a darker strip across the front, which is kind of how his boots are in the movie. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just painting a darker gray on the front portion. And then I'll look at the shoes themselves and I'll do them a lighter gray. I'm going to leave the sole the lightest gray. So actually it'll be 4 shades of gray. And then I ended up painting I was going to leave the center part light gray, but I just felt like it was too stark. So I painted it this other gray. I didn't like that. And so I went ahead and painted it an even darker gray. Now I know my color combo is flipped a little bit on these boots, but again, I think it's going to work. I like it. Now I had this Bondi model kit of Boba Fett, and I thought this will be a nice little detail to add these little pouches on his belt, and it'll just tie in Boba Fett a little bit more. So super glued those on. That looks pretty great. I did have that little rope thing just from the model kit, so I slid that right on. I think that's a nice touch. And again, I'm trying to just get the spirit of Boba Fett together in this kit. I did brush those little pouches with a brown, and it's looking pretty nice. I'm thinking I need some kind of cape, so I'm not sure what to do there yet. While I'm thinking about that, I went ahead and took a chrome pen and I just started doing some detailing because this toy didn't have any weathering on the helmet. Now, I know some of you will say like, oh, the head's way too small for the body, but I'm thinking of it almost like a luchador wrestler where maybe the mask is pulled over and it's kind of just secured to his head. So I feel like, again, I'm okay with it. Adding just some additional details, adding a little detailing to the gauntlets there on his arms, using the chrome pen. Now the gray was a little too stark, so I started weathering it, and I just did a black wash, and as I was taking it away, on camera it doesn't look that bad, but in person it was really dark, and so I thought, okay, I'm going to dry brush a lighter gray over the top of that. And the more I did that, I wasn't liking how it looked. So I kind of go through the whole body here, and I ended up just painting the legs back. And because of the black underneath, I did get a little bit of texture. Bought some brown fabric. I had to buy like a little remnant ream of it, and I was thinking maybe like the Lego style where you punch a hole, put it through the neck, and I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't actually come off of his neck, it comes off of his shoulder. So went back to the kit and I was like, okay, I got these little shoulder pieces, so I thought if I clean these off, get my Dremel. This is so sketchy. I hate being this close to the Dremel. Makes my heart skip a little beat. I went ahead and grabbed some pliers for this next one. And I kind of went back and forth on this cape, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to glue it together, see what happens. Like, I just kind of pinched it in a corner. And sometimes you got to just stop thinking about it and just do it. I had more fabric, so if it didn't work, I could have just started over. Got some of my pastel chalks out and just started weathering the thing a little bit. I did take a little bit of black wash and kind of hit the end, cut a couple little holes in there in the cape just to give it some even more weathering. And this is looking pretty cool. I like the feel of this. I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and just roughen up those holes just a little bit more. They were a little too clean, cut from the scissors. All right, so I'm going to put a dab of super glue on here, and then we'll just go straight onto the shoulder. And again, it's just kind of like, I just got to do it. I can't overthink this. Then I'm going to take the other little shoulder piece, put that on, and then there is this one little gray piece that kind of connects off of his suit. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that and kind of tuck that in there. And I think that's going to work. And I think we'll call this one done. All right, that was a super fun build. And I've had people in the past be like, oh, you're just doing a head swap, and that's dumb. I'm just having a good time making stuff. I have never proclaimed that I am an amazing builder. There are so many amazing builders out there. I'm just a guy making stuff, having a good time doing it. So I think the bigger thing is the idea of conceptualizing the entire build and the entire paint job and just thinking through how this goes with that and so forth. So you know what? I had a great time doing this. And the reason for my channel is to encourage people to go out there and make cool stuff. And so if you're thinking, hey, I want to try something like that, go for it. Do it. Make something awesome. It's so much fun and so rewarding. So let's do some turnaround shots of this thing. And as always, it's a great day to be a toy nerd. Go make something awesome.